You have worked for over 30 years. You saved your money and you invested it carefully. You even cut back on the small things like your daily coffee. Yet every time you look at your retirement balance, it feels like a snail crawling forward. It is frustrating to see all that effort result in such slow progress. It is not because you are bad with money or because you are not working hard enough. The truth is that the first $100,000 is designed to feel impossible. This number is the great wall where most hardworking people get stuck. It is a psychological and mathematical barrier that tests your patience. According to data from the Federal Reserve, the median retirement savings for those nearing age 62 is only around $185,000. That means half of the people in this country have less than that after a lifetime of labor. But there is a specific reason why you must break through the $100,000 mark. Once you cross this threshold, the math of your life completely flips. Your money starts to work harder than you ever could. The frustration you feel right now is actually a sign that you are on the correct path. Because on the other side of this wall, the snowball starts rolling on its own. In this video, we will explore why the first $100,000 feels like an uphill battle. We will look at the exact steps you can take to hit this milestone years faster. Because once you get there, everything about your financial future changes forever. When you are starting out, compounding feels painfully slow. Imagine you are saving $500 every month and investing it diligently. You watch your account creep up by only a few $100s in gains each year. If you have $10,000 invested and the market grows by 8%, that is only $800 in growth. You probably saved more than that amount in just 2 months of work. It feels like your contributions are doing all the heavy lifting. The market seems to be barely helping you at all in these early stages. This is why the early stage of wealth building feels like running a race with a parachute tied to your back. Every bit of progress comes from your sweat and your discipline. It does not come from your portfolio yet. Because those gains look so small, it is very tempting to think that there is no point in continuing. But the math is not broken. You are simply building the foundation of a very large structure. Every single dollar you add now is like a soldier in your army of compounding. While those soldiers may be weak in the beginning, their impact multiplies as the army grows. One day, those returns will start to outweigh everything you are putting in yourself. The hardest part about the first $100,000 is the mind games your brain plays. When the progress feels microscopic, your brain starts whispering doubts. You ask yourself if all this sacrifice is even worth it. Those doubts get louder when you see your friends spending freely on new cars or expensive trips. They seem to be doing fine financially, while you are staying disciplined. This is exactly where many people make the quiet decision to stop pushing. They pull money out for just one thing, or they reduce their contributions for a while. The problem is that once you break the habit, restarting takes twice as much effort. The first $100,000 is less about the money and more about training your mind. You are building the discipline that will carry you through every stage of wealth. Think of it like planting an orchard of fruit trees. For the first few years, you water trees that seem to give nothing back to you. But once they mature, they produce fruit every single season without fail. And the harvest just keeps growing larger over time. While patience is essential, there is a way to shorten this slow phase dramatically. The most powerful lever you have right now is your savings rate. In the early stages, your growth comes almost entirely from what you put in. That means increasing your savings is the fastest way to reach that $100,000 goal. Even a temporary boost in your savings can have a massive effect. If you are saving $500 a month, try to push it to $800. That small change can shave years off your timeline. You do not have to live this way forever. Think of it as a sprint at the very beginning of a long marathon. Get out ahead early, and then you can settle into a comfortable pace later. This does not always mean cutting more items from your budget. It could mean selling unused items or doing a small side project on the weekends. What matters is locking in a higher rate while you are building that initial base. Every extra dollar you invest now will compound for decades. It turns small, short-term sacrifices into huge long-term rewards. There is another major accelerator that people often overlook. Increasing your income early is like switching from a treadmill to a high-speed track. A $10,000 raise today is not just $10,000. It is $10,000 more every single year going forward. Over a decade, that single raise could be worth over $120,000 before growth. If you direct even half of that into your investments, you will hit the mark much sooner. You can get there by negotiating your salary or upgrading your skills. The key is to treat every new dollar as fuel for your future instead of fuel for your current lifestyle. Most people spend their raises immediately. The people who invest them are the ones who accelerate past everyone else. This brings us to the silent wealth killer that ruins most retirement plans. It is called lifestyle creep. It happens when your income goes up and your spending rises to match it without you noticing. A nicer car or a bigger house feels deserved after all your hard work. But together these upgrades eat up the very dollars that should be building your foundation. The danger is that once your spending habits adjust upward, it is incredibly hard to roll them back. That is why someone earning $80,000 can feel just as broke as they did at $50,000. Their expenses simply expanded alongside their income. The fix is simple, but very powerful. Lock in a fixed savings percentage before you upgrade your lifestyle. If you commit to saving 30% of your income, every raise automatically helps your future. You still have more money to enjoy today, but you are protecting your long-term goals first. Think of lifestyle creep as a leak in your wealth bucket. The faster you plug the leak, the faster the bucket fills to $100,000 and beyond. Once you have protected your progress, the next step is making sure every dollar works hard. When you are chasing that first $100,000, every single cent counts. You cannot afford to have your money sitting idle or being eaten away by high fees. The earlier you put your money to work, the more time it has to grow. The simplest approach is usually the most effective for most people. Low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds are a great choice. They are easy to set up and require almost no maintenance from you. The key is to automate your contributions, so investing happens in the background. It should not be a difficult decision you have to make every month. Do not underestimate the impact of management fees on your total wealth. A 1% fee might sound small, but it can eat away a quarter of your lifetime returns. By choosing investments with very low fees, you keep more of your money working for you. This is not about chasing the hottest stock or trying to time the market perfectly. It is about building a system that works quietly while you focus on living your life. Because once you hit that $100,000 mark, something incredible happens. Your portfolio starts doing the heavy lifting for you. This is the tipping point where the math finally starts working in your favor. Before this stage, your contributions were doing almost all the work. Now your investments begin to pull their own weight. Sometimes they even outpace what you are putting in yourself. If you have $100,000 invested and the market returns 8%, you gain $8,000. That is more than many people are able to save in an entire year of working. And as your portfolio grows, those returns get even larger every single year. $200,000 earns $16,000 in growth. $400,000 earns $32,000 in growth. This is where true momentum kicks in. Your money starts earning money, and that money earns even more money. The uphill grind you felt in the early years flips into a downhill run. The snowball you have built keeps gathering speed and size. The biggest danger now is not slow growth, but breaking the system you created. Selling during a market downturn or stopping your contributions can undo years of progress. But if you stay the course, each year will feel faster than the one before it. That is why $100,000 is much more than just a milestone. It is the doorway to real financial freedom. For those of you who are over age 50, the tax rules are on your side. The Internal Revenue Service allows what are called catch-up contributions. In 2024, you can contribute an extra $7,500 to your 401ks. You can also add an extra $1,000 to your individual retirement account. This is a powerful tool to accelerate your journey to the $100,000 marks. By maximizing these limits, you are effectively teleporting yourself closer to the tipping point. If you are married, both you and your spouse can take advantage of these higher limits. This allows you to shelter more of your income from taxes while boosting your growth. It is like having a turbo button on your savings engine. Take full advantage of these rules while you are still in your peak earning years. You should also consider the rule of 110. Subtract your age from 110 to find the percentage of stocks you should own. At age 60, this means you might keep 50% in stocks for growth and 50% in safer assets. This balance protects your $100,000 foundation while still allowing it to grow. Many people become too conservative too early, and they miss out on the compounding effect. Keep your army working for you even as you approach your retirement date. Another key strategy is to optimize your Social Security benefits. The average benefit is around $1,900 per month. If you can reach $100,000 in savings, you might be able to wait longer to claim benefits. Every year you delay Social Security after your full retirement age, your benefit increases by 8%. That is a guaranteed return that is hard to find anywhere else. Having that $100,000 cushion gives you the flexibility to make this choice. You are no longer forced to take benefits early just to survive. You are in control of your financial destiny. Remember that getting to this point is not about a secret trick or a lucky investment. It is about stacking the right moves day after day. Increase your savings rate, even if it is just by 1% this month. Use your raises to fuel your future instead of buying things you do not need. Avoid the silent thief of lifestyle creep. And most importantly, keep your money invested so it has time to work. Do these things consistently, and $100,000 will stop being a distant dream. It will become an inevitable step on your path to a peaceful retirement. You have the power to change your story starting today. Your tipping point is much closer than it feels right now. Keep pushing the boulder just a little bit further. One day soon, it will start rolling on its own, and you will finally be free. Thank you for watching and for taking control of your future. Please leave a comment below and share how many years you are from your goal. We are all in this journey together. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we will discuss the next major milestones. Your journey to wealth is just beginning.